All right, guys. So thank you so much for getting on tonight. It means so much to me. I take time out of my day for you guys, so it's nice you guys take time for me too. I have some awesome stuff I'm going to share with you. I'm excited about this. We've had a lot of new people coming in to our team lately, and a lot of people that have actually been in for a while have been asking me just some basic stuff. And so I really want to go over basically my 6 lists, the things I do every single day that have gotten me to where I am. And it's really that simple. And this is where I think so many of us overcomplicate it, is we think like, oh, we need to constantly be changing what we're doing. We need to keep evolving, which we do. I mean, we work on social media, and social media is always changing. So yeah, as things change, we should change with it. But the basics of what I'm doing has literally not changed in over a year and a half. I've literally had the same list of things that I've done every day. It's just little pieces of it have changed with social media's change. So I'm just going to go over kind of like those 6 things briefly. Again, there's so many trainings on this stuff in the team pages. So if you want more info on any of these like specific topics, you can just search in our team page and it will pop up with a bunch of stuff. So the first thing, it's like super obvious. This is like pretty much when you join, this is the one thing you expect to be doing, and that's posting and using your story. I do want to touch on a little bit of this because it's so crucial and so important. Posting, this shows people that you're showing up every single day for your business. If you talk about your business every single day, people are going to see that and they're going to take you seriously. If you go, weeks without posting or days without posting, people assume you quit. People assume you don't do it anymore. They assume it doesn't work. They're going to assume all these things. So you have to show up for your business every single day and post every single day. And honestly, posting is not hard. It's not difficult to do. Sometimes you need inspiration on what to say, and that's where you can ask somebody. You can go look at an upline or a sidelines page and just start reading their posts and get inspiration. Sometimes I go to different leaders pages and I'll just read their posts until something just sparks in my head and I'm like, oh, I want to talk about that. So you guys should definitely be posting about the opportunity every single day. Like no ifs, ands, or buts. That's like the basics of this business. On Instagram, you really shouldn't be posting more than 1 or 2 times a day, just because it's not about quantity, it's about quality on Instagram. On Facebook, you can post more throughout the day. I usually like to post a couple times on Facebook, but I'll do like my business opportunity post. I like to do, some before and afters on there, or a product post or something like that. But for Instagram, I'm going to say you should never be posting just before and afters on your Instagram. You shouldn't be posting pictures of products. You shouldn't be posting graphic-y pictures that you find on Pinterest. No black, green, and bling, none of that stuff. That's not attractive. And Instagram is all about just pictures and making it attractive. So you should be editing your pictures. You should take a little bit extra time to take a good picture and not just wing it and just put up whatever you got on your camera roll. Actually make sure you have good lighting. You can edit it. There's free apps. PicTapGo is a great one to edit it. I use Lightroom. You can buy presets. And so it's like a filter that goes over all your pictures to make them all look the same. They all have the same colors to it. And that's what will really pull people into your profile and make them want to follow you. So we have other trainings on all that stuff, but I really want to touch on how important it is to brand yourself and just show who you are through your pictures, because that's what's going to get people that want to follow you, and that's what you want. So branding yourself, not in It Works. So your page should not say It Works Distributor. It shouldn't have black and green hearts. It shouldn't have any of that stuff. I shouldn't be you can't go to your page and just look at it and be like, yep, she sells It Works. That's not what it's about. It's about making it look attractive and you're a real person, and you do all these, you have all these other things in your life that are important to you. And then you also have these products. So the products and the business should not be like bam in your face when you go to your profile. It should literally be about who you are. So if you're a mom, if you have pets, if you like whatever you like to do for hobbies, like whatever it is, like that should be what people see when they come to your page. And then your stories is the other part of it. This is where you guys should be going hard on putting like pictures of products and before and afters and all this stuff. And I want to say this, especially to some of you that aren't new on here. You guys should be making your own stories. The app Over is amazing. The app Story Art is great. The app Unfold is great. You guys should be trying to make your own stories, because the more a story is screenshotted and posted, the blurrier it gets every single time. And Instagram flags the picture every single time it's screenshotted. So the more you screenshot it, the more it's getting flagged, the more your stories are going to be seen less. So, and the more blurry the picture is, so it's not even a good quality anymore. So you guys should be taking the time to make your own stories. It will pay off. It does take a little bit of time, but it will pay off, I swear. Trust me, sometimes I'm just like in a hurry and I don't have anything made, so I'll just go use one I've used before, or I'll screenshot someone's and use it, which is fine every once in a while, but you should be really trying your best to make your own. I swear it's going to work better for you, and you're going to notice more views on your stories and more interaction on them. And you guys, sometimes I'll stay up late, and that'll be what I work on at night before I go to bed. I'll just like make a story for the next day so that I have it ready to go. So if you're busy during the day, if you're working, you can still make something up the night before, so that when you get a quick break or on your lunch or something, you can just post it to your story and you don't even have to think about it. So I'd be making your own stuff. It's super important. And make sure you guys aren't just posting about this in your story. Like, make sure you're still showing who you are. I can't even tell you guys how many people have been reaching out to me over the last couple of days because we painted our house and we've been remodeling our house. And so many people watched my journey of us remodeling our house. And so many people have commented on my stories about how good our house looks and all this stuff. They've been following me in this for so long. So make sure they're connecting to you as a person. If you don't ever get on your story and just talk, like you don't literally ever just hold your phone and talk about anything, you're not doing it right. You should be getting on your story and talking. Like, I know it can be nerve-wracking, especially if you don't really ever do that, but it will get easier, I promise. And the great thing is you don't have to go live. You can just literally put your phone there, talk. If you hate it, delete it and do it again. I can't even tell you how many times I did that in the beginning. I deleted it and did it again until I liked it. And you might stutter, you might stumble on your words, doesn't matter. I do it all the time still, and I'm totally comfortable talking on my camera now. So it's fine to just wing it until you figure it out. I promise you guys, it gets easier with time and it will pay off, because people are going to connect to you as a person before anything else. They're going to buy into you before they buy into your products. So make sure you're showing yourself and branding yourself. So posting in stories is like the key thing. So we talk about the next thing is growing your network. If you are not adding new people to your network every single day, you're literally just like going in a circle. You're just talking to the same people every single day. You want new people coming in, seeing your stuff, figuring out what you do, asking you questions. I get a lot of people that come to me like literally the day that they start following me, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, so I just watched your story. What do you do? Or what is this coffee you're talking about? Like, they literally just started following me. So new people, there are some new people that are going to come in and they're going to sign up with you that day. Some people are going to come in and they're going to watch you for months before they join. Doesn't matter. All of you on here, I personally enrolled. That's so crazy. So all of you on here watched me for a certain amount of time before you joined. So think about that. If it was a month, if it was 2 months, if it was a year, some of you it was even longer than a year. So think about that. You're adding people right now that are going to join you in a year or 6 months or a month. Not everyone joins right away. So you have to remember people are watching you, and you want more and more and more people to watch you, because then your odds are better and better and better for enrolling people. So make sure you're growing your network every single day. That's so, so important, both on Instagram and Facebook. And then your follow-ups, guys. Like, so many of you are like, oh, this person said they just don't have money, and you give up on them. Don't give up on people. Some people take many, 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 many follow-ups before they sign up. The average is like 7 to 20 follow-ups or something crazy before they sign up, customers and distributors. So if you're giving up on follow-up number 4 just because they didn't respond to you 4 times, you just gave up on someone. And guess what? When they are ready, they probably will see it on their page from someone else, and they're going to go to that person and they're going to order. I followed up with a girl the other day, and she said that she literally signed up the day before with somebody else. And I was kicking myself. I was like, oh my God, I was a day late on my follow-up, and I've been following up with her for a long time. So make sure you keep following up, because they will sign up, and it's just a matter of if they're going to sign up with you or someone else is really all it comes down to. So don't stop until they tell you no, or they're not interested, or something along those lines. I never stop. So follow-ups, and then messaging. This is like probably the most important thing you're going to do for your business, is to be talking to new people every single day. Like, you always have to be in new conversations, talking to new people. If you're not, it's going to take a long time to get people to come to you. I can't tell you how many times I've messaged someone and they have told me, oh my gosh, I have been watching you and I've been actually considering this. Or like, I've been thinking about it. Like, people are watching you. They actually are interested. They're just scared to reach out to you, or they're just lazy and they don't message you. So it is your job to go and talk to people and ask them if they're interested. And if they're not, that's fine. Can't tell you how many people have told me they're not interested, and then 2 weeks later, after they watched my stories for 2 weeks and already planted the seed in their head, they've come back and been like, oh, actually, I am interested. So make sure you're talking to new people. And what I've learned is, if it's intimidating to message someone, you should absolutely 100% message them. 100%. I actually just messaged a girl the other day that I knew from high school, and it was really intimidating for me to message her because I actually know her in person. She's like drop dead gorgeous. Her Instagram looks amazing, and I think she would be amazing at this. But I was like, I don't even know if I want to ask her to try a product. Like, I'm intimidated by her. And I just sucked it up. You only need like 2 seconds of courage at a time, you guys. Like, muster up 2 seconds of courage to hit send, and then you don't have to be courageous anymore. Just move on. Just get out of the message. Like, I always just like, get out of the message. I don't want to see if they read it or not. Like, it's okay to feel that way, because guess what? She replied to me, and all I asked her was if she'd be interested in the products. And she said, actually, I'm kind of curious about what you do. I've been interested in it. Like, you guys, people want this. People want to know what you're doing. They want to know what you have. So it's your job to just reach out to them. Even if you're scared to death to do it, it's probably a good reason you're scared to death, because that person actually wants it more. So reach out to everyone. And anytime you hear the no, that really means not right now. Okay, interactions. So basically, if you want people to reply to your stories, you want people to like and comment on your posts, then you need to do it to people. It goes both ways. And so the more you're interacting with people, the more interactions you're going to get back in return. And the more thoughtful you are with your interactions, the better. So I'm always asking questions, because I want people to reply to me, because that's going to help you more. So make sure you're not just saying, oh, cute sweater. You're saying, oh my gosh, your sweater's so cute. Where did you get it? Because now they're going to reply to you and they're going to say, oh, I got it at Target. Or, like, you can have a conversation with them. So like, I literally was just interacting on my stories before I got on here, and this girl had pizza and it looked really good. So I replied to her story and said, oh my gosh, where's this pizza from? And then she said Mod Pizza, and I was like, and then I started this whole conversation about Mod Pizza. Okay, it literally means nothing, but now we've had a conversation, and now she's probably going to watch me closer. She's going to see my stories because we've interacted, and one day she'll probably be my customer, or she'll join my team. no joke. So make sure you guys are being really thoughtful with your interactions, because it's going to come back and help you way more. It's way better to only interact with 10 people and say something really thoughtful and have 10 really good conversations than it is to interact with 50 people and only reply to them with emojis or like cute hair, or something like that. That means nothing. Instagram doesn't care that you say that. So have conversations with people. And then the last thing that I do every single day is personal development. And I didn't really start applying this into my business until early last year. And I wish I would have done it way sooner, because the way you look at things, the way you take every situation, the way you react to things is basically deciding everything in your life. And you don't even realize this. Like, I didn't even know personal development was a real thing. I didn't understand that it was important until this business. And it's not only been important for my business, but it's been important for me as a person, because now as a person, I feel like I react to things better. I have a different outlook on life. I have a different relationship with money. Money used to be a very negative thing for me. Like, it was always tight. Things were tight. So I thought of money as being stressful and not fun. And money, like, it just wasn't a fun thing for me. It wasn't a positive thing. Now I look at money differently. Now I think of it as a great thing, as a tool to use to get what you want in life, to have an abundant life. And that abundance is okay. Abundance is okay. Some of us feel like we're being greedy, but we're not. Abundance is okay. God wanted us to have an abundant life. So sometimes, like, I'll bring it back in, we take personal development for granted. We don't think that that's like the most important thing to do on our list. We're like, oh, I still have to interact and I still have to do all my follow-ups, so I'm not going to do my personal development today. Honestly, you should probably do your personal development and not do those other things if you had to choose. Because if your mind's not right, you're not going to go anywhere with your business or anywhere in your life. You're not going to keep going higher if you can't even see higher. If you can only see right here, this is where you're going to end up, and you're not going to go past that. So make sure you guys are growing your mindset, investing in yourself, and you're going to notice so much change and difference in your life. I can't even tell you how different everything is in my life. I'm a different wife. I'm a different daughter. I'm a different friend. I'm different in all aspects of my life because of personal development. So it's incredible, and you guys should all take it seriously if you're not already. So those are the 6 things: posting on your page, on your stories, growing your network, follow-ups, messaging, interactions, and your personal development. So this is where people are like, okay, yeah, I can do that. And then I actually have conversations with you guys, and I'm like, well, how many messages are you sending every day? And it's like, oh, well, I sent like 10 yesterday and 30 on Sunday, but I haven't done it every day. And I'm like, okay, well, you're not talking to enough people. And I'm like, well, I go to your page and I'm like, well, you haven't posted in 3 days. Your story only has 2 things on it, and it's just a picture of keto coffee. It doesn't even say what it is or what it does. Like, these are the things I'm saying, you guys, is you can't really like half-ass this, excuse my language. You can't just half-ass it. Like, you have to actually do all the things for it all to pay off. If you're just gonna like do one thing and not the other thing, then it's not all gonna work. So you have to be consistent. Like, I can't even say this enough. Like, consistency is what is going to get you to the next level. Consistency is what grows your paycheck. Consistency is everything. Everything. I got to where I am because I did those things I just talked about every single day. Every single day, no matter what, no matter how busy I was. If I had to stay up super late, I don't care. And it paid off because now I'm here, and now like I don't have to go to a job anymore. So yeah, was it worth the late nights, the early mornings, the times I said no to people, the times that I went to the river and instead of like actually hanging out at the river with my friends, I was just tanning and on my phone working? Like, at least I was there. But it was worth it because now I make 3 times as much money as I did then, and I have all this freedom. So sometimes you're gonna have to make sacrifices. And someone said this somewhere, I'm probably gonna butcher it, but it's like, it's not a sacrifice, it's an investment. So you're investing your time into freedom, into whatever you want out of life, instead of it being a sacrifice. It's not a sacrifice, it's investing. So invest your time into a better life, because it will pay off, and you'll be thanking yourself, like I'm thanking myself right now for how hard I worked last year. And then your why, you guys, this is huge. Like, if your why is big enough, you will go to sleep so excited to where you can't even fall asleep, and you will wake up so pumped up for your day, and you will just want to work as much as you possibly can. You will want to pull out your charts, and you will be charting every day. You will be like, I get so much pleasure out of charting. Like, I love erasing my number and like updating my numbers on like where I'm at, where my team's at. Like, that makes me feel good. So if you're not excited to do that, then your why is not strong enough. So you guys need to figure out, lock it down. What is driving you? What do you really, really want? And you need to put it everywhere. You need to put it everywhere so you see it. Put it as the background on your phone. Freaking write it on your fridge. Like, do it everywhere. Same with whatever your goal is. Like, as far as if you're driven by a rank, put your rank somewhere. If you're driven by an amount, like, you guys, you realize you can make any amount of money at any rank. Just because you're a Ruby doesn't mean you're stuck at $500. Rubies have made over $1,500. So any rank can make any amount of money. Of course, the higher your rank, you're going to get paid more on more levels. But anyway, so put what you want, what dollar amount you want, put it up. I have mine up. So there's one of my signs. It says triple diamond, $15,000 a month. That's what I want. That seems crazy, but that's what I want. And it's going to happen. So it's right there because I'm in my office. I see this every day. It's on my bathroom mirror and it's on my refrigerator. So the 3 places that I am at most in my house that I see every single day. So put it up. And you know what? Make everyone aware of it. Like, make everyone aware that this is going to happen. My husband walked in the room yesterday and was like, "Are you triple diamond yet?" I was like, "No, I am not, but I will be." And he was like, "Okay, good, because I'm tired of looking at that sign, so get it done." I'm like, "Thanks." So, you know, just have it out there. Like, put your goals on blast and you'll accomplish it, especially if you're the kind of person that when you say something, you're like, say you're going to do something, you have to do it. Like, you have to hold yourself accountable. If not, figure out what's going to keep you accountable. If it's a sideline, if it's an upline, if it's me, whatever you need to keep yourself accountable, figure it out and make it happen. Also, I do want to touch on this because I have had a couple people be like, "Well, someone said this to me like 3 days ago, "I'll never get to where you are because you sign like a bunch of customers every month and I only sign like two to 4. And I was like, "Do you know what I did for 2 full years?" I signed 2 to 4 customers a month for 2 full years. And now I sign like 30 customers a month. So if I can make that switch in my head and I can make that switch in my business, why can't you? If I can make that switch, anybody can make that switch. Because for 2 full years, I was very consistent with signing 2 to 4 customers. And I never gave up. And obviously now I'm here. So you guys just have to change your work. If what you're doing is not producing what you want, change what you're doing. Try something different for 30 days. And if the next 30 days it's not what you need, try something else. And if you need help figuring out what you need to change, you need to talk to somebody. Talk to a sideline, an upline, someone. Ask in the group what people are doing. Like, use each other. Like, you all have me, you all have Stephanie, but use each other because you all are working towards similar goals. So another thing I'm going to say, so all of you on here are doing great at this, is staying plugged in. That's like huge. Getting on the family calls, the show me the money calls, these team calls, the power hours, like literally all of it, just staying plugged in is doing so much good for you. just being around it nonstop, like just having the same energy as all these people that are in the same spot as you, just like surrounding yourself by it is really, really going to help you. If you guys have events anywhere near you, you should be trying to get your butt to them because they will change your life. If you've never been to an event, like literally, you are going to walk out of that room feeling like nothing will stop you. You're going to feel on top of the world, and you're probably going to cry, and it's going to be amazing. So get yourself to an event, look them up on eSuite, and just figure out where they are and go. I've even drove like 3 hours to one time, and it was so worth it. All of them have been worth it. Also, okay. So I want to break this to you guys because I have caught myself doing this so much lately, which I don't understand why. I think it's because now that I work from home and I have so much time and freedom, well, I'm not going to say I have so much time because I have a baby, but since I have more time than I had on my journey to Double Diamond, everything is different now. And I catch myself scrolling. And newsflash, scrolling is not working. Scrolling through your Instagram, scrolling through your Facebook is not working. That is not income producing. If you're being intentional and you're scrolling, but you're commenting intentional things, you're having conversations with people, that can be considered part of your interacting. But don't get lost scrolling. I know it's so tempting and you don't realize it, but like 10, 20 minutes goes by and you're like, wow, I spent my 20 minutes I had to work on scrolling. Like, what did I just do? So I've had to catch myself a couple times lately because now that I work from home, I don't spend every spare second working my business like I was when I was working full time. So if you catch yourself scrolling, like snap yourself out of it and get back to what you need to be doing. Set timers. That helps me so much. Like if you really need to stay on task, set a timer for yourself so that you do a task for that long, and then after the timer goes off, you can do something else. And then the last thing I really wanted to say to you guys is if you promoted once a year, every year for the next 7 years, 7 ranks, and in 7 years you were an Ambassador Diamond and you were making $32,000 a month, would it be worth it? Would it be worth it to promote only once a year? In 7 years, at whatever you're doing right now, would you be making $32,000 a month? Probably not. So some of you are like, I'm not going fast enough. I'm not promoting. I'm not this. Like, just realize you're fine. You're fine. You'll get there. Who cares if it takes 7 years? Who cares? Someone just promoted to Ambassador Diamond a couple months ago and it took them 10 years. So who cares? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You are on the right track. You're on the road. You're improving every day. As long as you're growing and improving and working on it every day, it doesn't matter how fast or how slow you're going. Don't compare yourself to other people, because I struggled with that for the first 2 years of my business when I never promoted. But I've made up for that, obviously, by going double within the third year of my business. So don't compare yourself, and just remember, if you are actually doing your best, that's enough. If you're doing your very best and you feel like you put it all out there and you can't do any more, you're doing enough. And you're worthy of it, and all of you on here are worthy of Ambassador Diamond and $30,000 a month. I see it in all of you. Even if you can't see that yet, I see it in all of you. All right, guys, I'm going to get off. It's been 30. That's what I wanted to keep it at. So I hope you guys